Welcome to blackexcellist.com, the site where we share Black excellence, opulence, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
Women's water polo roster. Ashley Johnson. The U.S. women's water polo team has won gold for the third Olympics in a row, handily beating Spain in the gold medal match thanks to aggressive offense and a goalie in Ashley Johnson, who made block after block. Johnson, a Miami native and Princeton University grad, is considered one of the best goalies in the world and the first African-American woman to make a U.S. Olympic water polo team. In the gold medal match, she blocked an impressive 11 out of 15 shots, a rate of 73%. Men's 5-on-5 basketball roster: Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, Draymond Green, and others. Team USA hit the Olympics in Tokyo as the three-time defending gold medal winner. In these Summer Games, Team USA went on to win gold for the fourth consecutive Olympics, beating France, led by Kevin Durant, who became the first U.S. men's basketball player to average more than 20 points per game in a single Olympics, earning his third gold medal. Women's 3-on-3 basketball: Alicia Gray. For the first time at the Summer Olympics, 3-on-3 basketball was introduced to the Tokyo Games. Teams competed in 10-minute, first-to-21-point games in the never-ending effort to attract younger viewers to the Olympics. The U.S. women's 3-on-3 team beat out the team from Russia to win the first-ever gold medal in the dizzyingly fast sport at the Tokyo Olympics. Alicia Gray, a native of Greenwood, South Carolina, and a member of WNBA's Dallas Wings, helped the squad bring home the gold. Women's 5-on-5 basketball: Tina Charles, Asia Wilson, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Nafisa Collier, and others. The United States kept its dream dynasty alive at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, with the women's basketball team once again capturing gold in commanding fashion, winning 90-75 over Japan. Team USA wrote themselves into the record books with their 7th consecutive gold medal at the Olympics. For the American women, they have not lost a women's basketball game at the Olympics since the Barcelona Games in 1992. The Americans leave Japan with their consecutive win streak, now at 55 games strong and counting. Women's indoor volleyball: Feluke Akimundeo Gunderson, Chiaka Abogu, Jordan Thompson, Haley Washington. On the final day of the Tokyo Summer Olympics, the U.S. women's volleyball team did something it had never done before: win a gold medal. The squad defeated Brazil 3-0 to take the top of the podium. The all-star team is made up of 33-year-old Gunderson, a native of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, whose third trip to the Olympics seemed unlikely after a challenging pregnancy with her son, whom she gave birth in November 2019. 26-year-old Ogbogu, a native of Coppell, Texas, was an All-American who is the Longhorns' all-time leader in blocks. 25-year-old Haley Washington of Colorado Springs, Colorado, studied at Pennsylvania State University and was named 2013 Volleyball Magazine National Player of the Year. The rising star and 24-year-old Adena, Minnesota native Jordan Thompson didn't play because of an ankle injury, but she relished the thrill of the victory. It was the 6th volleyball medal for the United States. Team USA has previously won 3 silver and 2 bronze, and it was the 4th Olympics in a row that the U.S. had medaled. But this was the most complete effort of any previous team, as the U.S. team only lost one of its 8 matches in Tokyo. Women's track and field: Allyson Felix. At these games, there might not be an athlete embodying a story with a greater combination of sacrifice, courage, and long-lasting impact for others than the ever-revered Allyson Felix. The 35-year-old American track queen from Los Angeles is one for the ages. Felix, who overcame a pregnancy scare in 2018, won bronze and gold in Tokyo in back-to-back days to become the most decorated American track and field athlete in Olympic history, with a record 11 career medals, surpassing the great Carl Lewis. Felix won gold in the 4x100 relay with her star-studded teammates in Sydney McLaughlin, Dalilah Muhammad, and Athing Mo. Women's track and field: Sydney McLaughlin. Sydney McLaughlin edged out her teammate and her biggest rival to set a world record in the 400-meter hurdles. The 21-year-old from New Jersey has established herself as the best hurdler in the world, coming out slightly ahead of Dalilah Muhammad in the latest installment of the best rivalry in track. Iron sharpening iron, McLaughlin called the latest in her series of showdowns with Muhammad, each one faster than the last. Every time we step on the track, it's always something fast. McLaughlin celebrated her 22nd birthday by running the opening lap of the women's 4x400 relay that featured a who's who of American running superstars that include Allyson Felix, Dalilah Muhammad, and Athing Mo. Although neither one is a 400-meter specialist, they were able to cruise home with a gold medal in the event. Women's track and field, Dalilah Muhammad. Muhammad's 400-meter hurdles time beat the old Olympic record, but it was only good enough for the silver medal as she would come up short to her teammate and friend, Sydney McLaughlin, who came from behind after the last hurdle. Muhammad, a New York City native and a late bloomer at the age of 31, was the defending Olympic champion in this event. McLaughlin and Muhammad have been trading the world record and the wins for the past 2 years, but Muhammad was able to add a gold medal to her Tokyo celebrations when she helped Allyson Felix, Dalilah Muhammad, and Athing Mo win the 4x400 relay in impressive fashion. Women's wrestling, Mena Stock. Since women's wrestling was added to the Summer Olympics in 2004, a black woman had never won the top prize. Until Tokyo 2021, Mena Stock became the first African-American woman to win Olympic wrestling gold for the United States. At 28, she did it by dominating each and every one of her opponents throughout the Tokyo Games. As Mena Stock celebrated winning her Olympic gold medal, she hoped her victory would encourage black girls in the United States to consider wrestling. Women's track and field, Athing Mo. This distance-running 19-year-old phenom became the first U.S. woman since 1968 to win the 800-meter gold medal at the Olympics. Having solidified herself as one of America's brightest stars, Mo moved ahead early in the 800 and never looked back. The former Texas A&M track star also anchored the last leg of the United States 4x400-meter relay team in its quest for a gold medal in the Tokyo Olympics. The foursome of Mo, Sydney McLaughlin, Allyson Felix, Dalilah Muhammad turned in a time that was less than 2 seconds off the world record. Mo, the nation's top middle distance sprinter, rewrote the record books in 2021. The freshman set 11 collegiate all-time top 12 marks, including 6 all-time collegiate records. Men's track and field, Rai Benjamin. In the weeks leading up to the Tokyo Olympics, the 400-meter hurdles event was framed at the latest chapter of a budding rivalry between United States' Rai Benjamin and Norway's Karsten Warholm. The two men have been finishing first and second in the recent World Championships, and together they own 13 of the 20 fastest marks of all time entering into Tokyo. Benjamin, who was originally from New York but ran collegiately at Southern Cal, broke the world record on his way to the finish line. However, Warholm would narrowly edge Benjamin, establishing a new world record and taking the gold back to Norway. But Benjamin has nothing to be ashamed of, and bringing home the silver is very impressive. The race was nothing short of magnificence, as both men smashed the previous world record by half a second, a staggering feat in an event where races are often won and lost by hundredths of a second. Newspapers and analysts are already labeling it the best hurdles race in Olympic history. Men's track and field, Vernon Norwood. One day after the U.S. 4x100 team botched an exchange that cost them a spot in the final, Stewart Norwood and his teammates brought the baton home safely in Olympic Stadium for the 4x400 qualifiers. Norwood, a veteran with vast international experience, was chosen to run the anchor after finishing off the USA's bronze medal winning performance in the 4x400 mixed gender relay in the prior weekend. The team's time was the fastest of the day, making the Americans the clear favorite to win the gold medal in the 4x400 meter, which they did on the final day of the Tokyo Games. And although Norwood did not run in the final heat, His contributions in the preliminaries to get Team USA to the finals deserved him the gold medal. As for his second medal, this year marks the first time ever the mixed gender 4x400 meter relay was contested at the Summer Olympics. Norwood, who didn't run in the prelims, was called on to compete in the finals for Team USA. He was in fourth when he received the baton for the final leg and moved Team USA up to a bronze medal. The American squad went with an order of Trevor Stewart, male, Kendall Ellis, female, Kayn Whitney, female, and Norwood, male. Men's track and field, Trevor Stewart. Stewart, 24, of Lorton, Virginia, already made history as the first North Carolina A&T Aggie to earn a medal in the Olympics, securing a bronze medal for the United States in the inaugural mixed 4x400 meter relay in Tokyo. He was also the first HBCU student to medal in the 2020 Olympics. The American squad went with an order of Trevor Stewart, male, Kendall Ellis, female, Kayn Whitney, female, and Vernon Norwood, male. The North Carolina A&T sprinter, though he wasn't on the track for the 4x400 relay final, was able to earn a gold medal after helping propel Team USA out of the first round. The 4x400 meter team, led by Rai Benjamin, was able to secure the top spot on the podium during the medal race on the final day of the Olympics. Women's track and field. Kayn Whitney, the Clermont, Florida native, Kayn Whitney, has been running track since she was 7 years old, and at the Tokyo Games, she picked up 2 medals in relay events. Whitney ran on the mixed 4x400 relay team, which earned a bronze. The event, which features teams consisting 2 men and 2 women, made its debut this year in Tokyo. Whitney ran the third leg in the medal race, taking the baton from Kendall Ellis and giving it to Vernon Norwood. In the women's 4x400 relay, Whitney ran the lead leg in a qualifying round race. She raced out with an impressive time to spark Team USA to the fastest time in the 2 qualifying heats. Whitney was not chosen to run in the relay finale, which Team USA won nearly 4 seconds ahead of silver medalist Poland. However, since she was a member of the team and ran in the qualifying heats to get Team USA to the final, Whitney earned her gold medal. Women's gymnastics, Jordan Chiles. There's no replacing Simone Biles, but when Biles withdrew from several events due to mental health concerns, her teammate and confidant, Jordan Chiles, was tasked with trying. Chiles, a 20-year-old elite gymnast in her own right, picked up the mantle for Team USA. In dramatic fashion, Chiles helped the Americans bring home the silver medal. For Chiles, the fill-in performance was all part of an unusual road to the Olympics, where she repeatedly questioned her future in the sport and eventually changed coaching staff. But the Vancouver, Washington native's passion for gymnastics has paid off with a clutch performance at the Tokyo Olympics, helping Team USA salvage the team competition without Biles and come home with the silver. Women's track and field. Kendra Harrison. The middle child of the family, Kendra Harrison was born in Tennessee and adopted as an infant. After leaving the Rio Olympics in 2016, shocked, disappointed, and heartbroken with a 6th-place finish, Harrison finally got some redemption when the 28-year-old won a silver medal in the 100-meter hurdles. Women's track and field. Brittney Reese. American long jump legend Brittney Reese brought home a silver medal in what was her 4th Summer Olympics Games. Reese of Gulfport, Mississippi, can be considered the greatest long jumper of all times, having racked up a gold medal in London 2012, silver in Rio 2016, and 7 world titles. Women's track and field. Javianne Oliver, Tiana Daniels, Gabby Thomas. The women's relay team came in confident and comfortable with each other, understanding that they would face a formidable challenger in the Jamaica team. Jamaica would go on to win gold in the 3rd fastest time in history. However, Oliver, Daniels, and Thomas held their own and was able to secure a spot on the podium in 2nd place with a silver medal. Javianne Oliver, a native of Monroe, Georgia, is a D1 track and field champion from the University of Kentucky. Tiana Daniels is a native of Orlando, Florida, and ran for the Texas Longhorns. Gabby Thomas is a native of Atlanta, Georgia. Men's track and field, Fred Kerley. Kerley, a 26-year-old Texas native, has a Tokyo Olympic medal to his name, winning silver in the men's 100 meter at the Tokyo Summer Games. He ran a personal best of 9.84 seconds in the final to finish second. The former 400 meter specialist proved that he is among the best in the world, even at short sprints. Women's track and field, Gabby Thomas. During the Olympic trials, this Atlanta native ran the 200-meter race in a stunning time that made her the second fastest woman in the history of the race, behind the legendary Florence Griffith Joyner. Gabby would need this momentum and confidence against all of the gifted athletes in the 200. Gabby was happy with her medal run and ultimately earned a spot on the podium by placing third place for a bronze. The 24-year-old track star has been making headlines as a strong medal contender and would conclude her Olympic debut also with a silver medal in the 4x100, where she ran the anchor leg for the U.S. women's team, consisting also of Javianne Oliver, Tiana Daniels, and Jenna Prandini. But becoming an Olympic medalist is just one of many impressive feats for Thomas. Thomas is a graduate of Harvard University, where she majored in neurobiology and global health, inspired by learning about the Tuskegee experiment during a college course. Thomas is currently pursuing a master's in epidemiology and healthcare management at the University of Texas at Austin, driven by a passion to reduce racial healthcare disparities and outcomes. Men's boxing, Keyshawn Davis, Troy Isley, Delonte Johnson, Duke Reagan. Professional boxers represented Team USA for the first time at the Olympics, with Duke Reagan of Cincinnati, Ohio, becoming the first U.S. pro boxer to win an Olympic silver medal after coming up a little short in the featherweight match. The other American professional fighters who made their Olympic debut in Tokyo were middleweight Troy Isley of Washington, D.C., and lightweight Keyshawn Davis of Norfolk, Virginia, who both took silver in his class. Women's track and field, Raevyn Saunders. This Charleston, South Carolina native earned the silver medal for women's 100-meter shot put at the Summer Games in Tokyo. Raevyn, 25, became an international story at the Olympics, speaking out about her struggles with mental health and other issues, and capturing attention with her colorful Hulk persona. Men's track and field, Kenny Bednarek. Adopted and raised as a foster child, Bednarek is the first Ohio junior college athlete to ever qualify for the U.S. Olympic team. In the men's 200-meter event, one that has been long dominated by the retired Usain Bolt, Bednarek, who is originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma, claimed the silver in the highly anticipated marquee event. Men's track and field, Grant Holloway, the 23-year-old first-time Olympian from Chesapeake, Virginia, is known for his incredibly fast start out of the blocks. Holloway came into Tokyo as the heavy favorite in the 110-meter hurdles, but finished 0.05 of a second behind to take the silver. Men's track and field, Michael Cherry, Michael Norman, Bryce Deadman, Rai Benjamin. The pressure was on the American men to win the 4x400. At that time in the Tokyo Olympics, USA had not won a single gold medal in a running event. And this is an event that USA has historically dominated. The drama was building as it happened to be the final event at Olympic Stadium and America's final opportunity to earn the top spot on the podium for running. All eyes were on Michael Cherry, Michael Norman, Bryce Deadman, and Rai Benjamin. Michael Cherry, born and raised in Queens, New York, is a sneakerhead who owns over 300 pairs of sneakers. He led off and appeared behind other runners as he made the pass to Michael Norman. Norman, a native of San Diego, California, and four-time NCAA champion, made up ground and gave Bryce Deadman the lead. Deadman, a native of Missouri City, Texas, extended the margin, and Rai Benjamin powered the USA to victory, helping the U.S. men avoid a gold medal shutout. This was a sweet victory for the U.S. men's track and field team, who had heard all the criticism back home. Questions about if this is the worst U.S. men's team of all time and their lack of one single gold medal were put to bed. Women's softball, Michelle Moultrie. Softball was dropped temporarily from the Olympics program more than a decade ago, but returned in the Tokyo Games for the first time since 2008. Moultrie helped the U.S. softball team earn a silver medal after losing to powerhouse Japan in the championship game at the Tokyo Olympics. The Jacksonville, Florida native has competed for the U.S. national team for a decade, going back to her career as a walk-on at the University of Florida. Women's boxing, O'Shea Jones. The 23-year-old won her first career Olympic medal at the Tokyo Games by winning the bronze medal bout in the women's welterweight division. The Toledo, Ohio native is just the third U.S. woman to medal in the sport of boxing and the first in the welterweights. Women's gymnastics, Simone Biles. Biles returned to her hometown of Spring, Texas from what may be her final Olympics with a bronze in the balance beam. Her win came after she dropped out of multiple highly anticipated gymnastic events in the Summer Games due to a mental block that athletes refer to as the twisties. As the decorated competitor herself put it, her mind and body were not in sync. However, Biles will still be considered one of the greatest of all times and walked off the mats in Tokyo as the most decorated gymnast in the world. Women's soccer, Crystal Dunn, Adriana Franch. U.S. women's national soccer team entered the Olympic tournament as the top-ranked team in the world. The women's team claimed bronze after beating Australia 4-3 in the Tokyo Olympics on Thursday. Dunn of Rockville Center, New York, played a key role on both sides of the ball as the attacker-turned-defender has been ranked by ESPN as number 6 in the nation. Franch, a two-time All-American at Oklahoma State University from Salina, Kansas, made major contributions as backup goalie. Women's swimming, Simone Manuel, Natalie Hines. A late add to the 4x100 freestyle relay team, Simone Manuel did not disappoint. She swam a strong race during her portion to help lead Team USA to a bronze in the event. Manuel of Sugar Land, Texas, is the first African-American woman to win a gold medal in an individual swimming event for her efforts in the 2016 Rio Games. 5 years ago, Natalie Hines retired from the sport, but the 27-year-old mounted an incredible comeback to pursue her Olympic dreams. This was her first Summer Games as one of the oldest first-time American Olympic swimmers in history. Hines grew up in Midland, Texas. Men's track and field, Paul Chelimo. American Paul Chelimo was in lockstep with Kenya's Nicholas Kimeli, with just a few meters to go in Tokyo's 5,000-meter final, a bronze medal there for the runner who crossed the line first. That's when the Beaverton, Oregon native knew he would do whatever was necessary to win. So as both men approached the line, Chelimo lunged and let gravity take care of the rest, propelling himself across the line in a dive that left him on his stomach. When he looked up, he realized what had just transpired. His time was just milliseconds ahead of Kimeli, earning bronze in a race that provided one of the most thrilling finishes of these Olympics. Women's track and field, Raevyn Rogers. For about 90% of the race, Oregon Ducks legend Raevyn Rogers was near the back of the pack, seemingly letting her chance at a first Olympic medal in the 800-meter final get away from her. Up ahead, United States sensation Athing Mo was dominating and pulling away down the backstretch. However, Rogers was mounting a charge. Down the final straightaway, Raevyn flew up the leaderboard, making her way past 4 other women to just barely edge out a third-place finish as she crossed the stripe. Rogers is from Eugene, Oregon. Men's track and field, Noah Lyles. Lyles, a 24-year-old from Alexandria, Virginia, sprinted 200 meters in just under 20 seconds, but he was only able to pick up a silver. Noah knelt on the track at the end of National Stadium and thanked God. He clasped his hands and pressed them to his forehead, an American flag wrapped around his back like a blanket. 2 years ago, Lyles set a goal to win 3 gold medals at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. And although he was a little disappointed in his third-place finish, he bared his soul in the post-race interview before a global audience and put a spotlight on mental health and challenges of Black men in America. Team USA track and field, Wade Line-Jonathas, Taylor Manson, Randolph Ross. Columbia, South Carolina standout Wade Line-Jonathas was part of the foursome that qualified the U.S. for the final 4x400 relay and will receive a gold medal despite not being a part of the finale ran by Felix, McLaughlin, Muhammad, and Mo. Lansing, Michigan native Taylor Manson ran with the four-member 4x400 mixed relay team in the preliminaries that set them up for placing third in the finals to put them atop the podium with a bronze medal after placing third. Randolph Ross, a 20-year-old track star from Garner, North Carolina, earned his way onto the 4x400 relay pool and ran a fantastic leg that helped Team USA get to the final heat. Ross's dad, Dwayne Ross, has been getting him ready for this moment all of his life. His father is also a former Olympian and Randolph's track coach at North Carolina A&T.
We appreciate the fact that you stayed with us until the end. Thank you for spending time with us, and don't forget to like this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss a video. Bye for now. We will see you tomorrow.